What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Grizz, and today we are going to be attempting to rebuild the Atlanta Falcons. Now, obviously, this team has a lot of talent. They've spent a lot of money in free agency last offseason, and they've made some good trades. I think Vance Jefferson bringing him in is a great thing. Obviously, receivers need help. It's one thing that I can see. Patterson and Algier are going to walk because we're probably paying Patterson quite a bit. We're going to give Ritter a season to see if he's a face of the franchise. If he sucks, we're obviously going to be drafting a QB. Right in and left in need some help. Obviously, age and linebackers. Aside from that, safeties are great. Corners are decent. I like Akuda and AJ Terrell. Maybe need a third guy. Um, yeah, mainly defense is the thing we're going to have to focus on a lot. And one or two receivers. Let's see what we can do. All right, guys. At the end of season number one, we're 11-6. Huge surprise. Obviously, not really. The team's solid. We make the wild card. Um, could Ritter be that guy? I don't know. How? I mean, our passing offense was amazing if we look at the ranks down low. How did he do? Oh my gosh. Ritter. 4,000 yards, 42 touchdowns, 12 picks. Okay, Bijan 1,400 yards and 10 tutties. Ah, receiving Pitts with over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. Van Jefferson, I put him in the slot. Nearly 1,000 yards and 13 tutties. Okay, okay. Drake London, very disappointing. Hmm. Hmm. All right, defensively, Caden Ellis had a solid year. We had three guys with over 100 tackles. Sack wise, Grady Jarrett had 9.5. Campbell had 5.5. Onyemata had 3. Okay, okay. Nothing to be too mad about there. 7. Am I seeing this right? Guys, 7 picks out of Jesse Bates. Oh my gosh. And 4 out of AJ Terrell. Only one of them for a pick. Oh my gosh, 7 interceptions. There's no way he's not Defensive Player of the Year, right? As Desmond Ritter comes number 6 in MVP. What? You didn't even make the top 10 with 7 interceptions? Seriously? Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Bijan. Okay. So we like seeing that. Best safety, it's got to be. Okay, thank you. How did he not even. That's crazy. All right. Wow. All right, heading to the wild card, we are taking on the 8-9 Minnesota Vikings, and we lose by 5. That sucks. But first year, wasn't expecting anything crazy, but we did at least make the playoffs, and I think we're going to stick with Ritter for one more year so we can focus on defense in this draft. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, the 2023 season recap. The Eagles absolutely blow out the Bills in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts wins Super Bowl MVP. Patty Mahomes wins MVP. Zach Taylor Coach of the Year. Kelsey Offensive Player of the Year. T.J. Watt Defensive Player of the Year. Our Bijan Robinson won Rookie of the Year, and Jalen Carter takes it for the Eagles on the defensive side. Not a bad year. Not a bad year. Did we get any dev trade upgrades? We shall see. Um, Van Jefferson didn't go up to a superstar, which is surprising. Uh, Burgess, Bergeron, I don't know how to say his name. He went up to a star. He was not before. Bijan's a superstar. Ritter's a superstar. I think Bijan was already a superstar. He comes with it, but that's still cool. AJ Terrell and Jesse Bates are obviously X Factor. Aside, Akuda goes up to a star, so we like seeing that. Aside from that, not too much. Does look like Calais Campbell did retire, so we need a left end, a second defensive tackle, a right outside linebacker. How old are these guys? We need a middle linebacker for sure. And then how is are you? I don't know much. Okay, so we're good on left outside linebacker. How about our safety? Are you young too? Okay, okay. So we need one more corner, a middle linebacker, an end, and a defensive tackle. Let's get it. All right, so it does look like we're going to need 2 wide receivers as Van Jefferson wants to leave in free agency. That sucks. Okuda is not interested in re-signing, but I did like how he performed, so we're going to see if we can get him. Okay, thank God, because Okuda progresses pretty nicely. Scotty Miller can walk. He is a young middle linebacker. He's interested in coming back, and he does on a pretty team-friendly deal. Matt Hennessy is young. He's wanting to come back pretty cheap, but he does not want to, so that sucks. Trey Flowers can go. Hodge can go. Matt Collins can go. Well, actually, no, I'm going to try to sign back Van Jefferson. I'm going to try to sign him back. Bud Dupree. Does he want to come cheap? He does want to come back cheap. In case we can't fill his role. Aside from that, we're set. All right, here in free agency, there are 4 guys that I'm really... Okay, quite a bit of people I'm really interested in. Number 1, Christian Wilkins to pair alongside Grady Jarrett. Obviously, we have Grady at right end. We'll move Christian over to left end to kind of fill the gap that Campbell left us with. We're going to give him a nice little deal. Hopefully that's enough to bring him in. Secondly, we do need a defensive tackle. We need a left outside linebacker, or right outside linebacker, worse. Grant Delpit would be a good strong safety. Richie Grant's young. All right, let me see what I can do. All right, guys, we did lose out on Christian Wilkins, but I brought in someone a little cheaper in Leonard Williams. Obviously, 30 years old. He's not going to progress as nicely as Wilkins, but he's a good filler until we can get a young guy in there. I did see Willie Gay in free agency. 78 overall, 26 years old, right outside linebacker. Slotted him in with that normal depth trade. We got him crazy cheap, so I like that. Brought in Poona Ford as well. Crazy cheap deal. Only a 1-year deal to kind of be our second defensive tackle. And then Van Jefferson signed right away, so we didn't get him. So I went ahead and signed Devin Duvernay, 26 years old. Obviously, he's signed to a little bit of money, but if he doesn't progress, we can always trade him away or cut him pretty soon. I do think there was one other guy I was looking at. I think we did miss out on Darnell Mooney, which we did. That's not a huge deal. All right, heading into the draft, just kind of looking around, I think our focuses are getting a third wide receiver. Duvernay and London are solid, but we do need a third guy. That Jefferson and Hollis left us. Defensively, maybe, we need a third corner. A middle linebacker would be nice. And then obviously maybe a solid right end to replace Leonard Williams after he starts regressing. Maybe a second defensive tackle, but I think Grady Jarrett will be here for a while. Jesse Bates and AJ Terrell, I plan on holding on to them for a while. And we got Okuda for long term as well. So, yeah. A receiver, a couple linebackers, and an end, and a corner. Let's do it. All right. With our first round pick, we take Marco Smith, a wide receiver out of Washington State. 92 speed, 91 excel, 96 agility. Hidden depth trait. Love to see it. Our next pick went ahead and took Dom Fox, a middle linebacker out of Michigan. Hidden depth trait, 89 speed, 90 excel, 74 strength, which is a little low, but you love to see a hidden depth trait middle linebacker with your next pick. And then with our next pick, we take Alex Watson out of Alabama, a corner. 90 speed, 89 excel, hidden depth. Love to see it yet again. All right, guys, and the draft was very successful as we took Marco Smith, 78 overall wide receiver, obviously instantly slides into that slot role. We did take, this guy is a normal dev, but 75 overall corner. We had the hidden dev Dom Fox, 71. And then Watson was a hidden dev corner. So now we get to decide if we're going to let the hidden dev run or if we're going to let the normal dev, who's also 4 overalls higher, run. Aside from that, not really a whole lot. Yep. So that's about it. But let me look at the lineup and see what I'm going to do. All right, guys, and heading into the next season, this is what our team's looking like. Raiders a superstar, already up to a 76 overall after he gets his upgrade. Bijan's already up to a 92. We got Drake London staying at an 83. Smith coming in here at a 78 off the rip. Duvernay's there at 76. O-line's very solid. The only guy that I know we're going to have to replace at some point is McGarry because he's getting old. But aside from that, we're solid. Kyle Pitts is a true 91 overall. Defensively, we have that hidden dev Fox. I went ahead and I put the rookie Boone as our slot corner. And team's looking pretty dang solid. So let's go to the mid-season, look at some contracts, and see what we're looking like. All right, guys, here at the mid-season mark, not exactly what I expected. We're 3-4. But obviously it's our first time. All right, as we get good old our strong safety back, Terrell. Hopefully we get him back. We really need him. Aside from that, we're gonna let everybody else walk. Obviously, accept the option on Drake London. But in the off season, we might have to tag AJ Terrell, but we're definitely gonna want to re-sign Drew Dalman as well. All right, let's roll. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. All right, end of this season, we did not make the playoffs as an 86 overall team. Very surprised as to why, and I can kind of see why. It's our defense. Our offense is amazing. We went 7-10, which not a great record. Raider had another great year, 4,000 yards, a little bit less on the touchdowns, more interceptions, way more interceptions, but still solid season out of him. 1,500 yards out of Bijan and 11 tutties, amazing. 2,000-yard receivers is Kyle Pitts. Drake London said, "Hey man, time to give me some yardage." Pitts had 1,000 yards and 11 tutties. London had 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. The Rook had 850 and 9. Duvernay put up a nice little 670 and 4, and Bijan added 3 receiving touchdowns on top. 157 tackles for Caden Ellis. That's insane. 111 for Jeff Kuda. 6.5 sacks out of Leonard Williams. 5.5 out of Grady. Aside from that, nothing else. We need some pass rushers. Didn't have 7 interceptions out of Jesse Bates, but we had 2, so we'll take that. Dom Fox had a pick, and then Taj Boone also had a pick, so I can see that for sure. Reward-wise, obviously, if you didn't win it in this first season, Ritter's not going to win it in this one. Bijan came number 6 for Offensive Player of the Year, so we'll take that. No one for Defensive Player of the Year. Marco Smith was 3rd in Offensive Rookie of the Year. And that's about it. So I guess we'll get right into the offseason. 5th best offense in the league. And like I said, defense was terrible. We were 1 away from being the dead last. Alright guys, looking at the roster, nothing really changed. Bijan went up to a 95. Raiders a 79. Smith's a star. Duvernay regressed to a normal, I assume because of his yardage. Terrell regressed, which sucks. Leonard Williams regressed. Oh no. We gotta turn this around quick. Actually, I'm not terribly mad that Terrell regressed because it made him a little cheaper. Yeah, as we lock him up for 7 years. Drake London, 100% going to accept his option. That wasn't even a question in my book. All right, we do lose Drew Dalman. Not a huge deal. How do we get someone better? We'll look for someone better than Puna, but worst case scenario, we'll try to get him. Definitely going to try to bring back Drew in free agency unless there is a better center. All right, guys, we had a huge signing in free agency. I know we weren't really needing a corner. We really were. But we got a guy to pair with AJ Terrell and Okuda and Craig Newsome, 25 years old, got him on a 7-year deal. Wow. Now we just need a center. So let's try to do that. We do bring back Drew Dahlman, which is I was really wanting to do. I did cut our right tackle because he was going to save us. I think it was 11 mil by cutting him, and he was an 80 overall, 33 years old. So I figured we can get one in the draft. And aside from that, I think that's all we're going to do. One last thing, we did sign Michael Pierce on a Mickey Mouse 1-year deal to replace Poona Ford to solidify the defensive line that we need so terribly. Our first overall pick was Jalen Morgan. He does have normal dev trait, which was very surprising to me because literally everything was an A. And he had elite almost everything. So he's got to be a high overall right tackle. So I'm not too stressed out about that. All right, guys. There wasn't much to show on this draft. It was pretty garbage. But we do have some decent overalls. Like I said, this first round Norval Dev right tackle, as I was expecting, he is a 75 overall. So we'll definitely take that. 74 overall Normal Dev right end. This I did take a hidden dev trait, strong safety. Didn't really need it, but he looked like the best one there. He is a 73. 71 overall middle linebacker. He's also hidden, so he'll help out the team as well. So the guy in the CPU drafted me. Hidden dev trait center. Okay. Take that for sure. And they also took as a 74 overall halfback. He is hidden. You won't see the field. Obviously, he's with Bijan. But aside from that, that's just kind of how it went. And let's get into season number 3. Guys, head into the next year. We're looking at, obviously, Ritter as our quarterback. This is kind of the squad we're rolling with. I'm going to go ahead and start Colvin. Since he's hidden, only 3 overalls less. My thought is in the offseason, if we need money to sign somebody that we really want, Jake Matthews is going to save us a lot of money by cutting him. We'll move Colvin over, let Dahlman take center back. That's my thought. I think that's what we're going to do. Defensively, squad looks pretty good. Could use a right end. Obviously, going to look at getting someone. And then we could definitely use 2 strong linebackers. Gay is progressing pretty nicely, but definitely going to look to replace Willie Gay and get a solid middle linebacker in free agency or the draft. Mid-season mark, we are again 3-4. Obviously very underwhelming. Hopefully we can pick that up. But we're going to see who we can re-sign and then send to the playoffs. Contract extensions going on. We did just re-sign Kyle Pitts. We're going to commit to Ritter, hopefully. Yes. Okay, we do. Okay. We might be having to get a whole new linebacker core. Willie Gay. He's playing well. We'll see. Alright, maybe not. We have enough money to try to sign Jared. Alright. We won 7 more games and only lost 3, so heck yeah. We make the playoffs, take our division, and we're going to be taking on the Pack in the first round. How did we perform? 3rd best offense. Ritter had another amazing year. Would like to get those interceptions down, but obviously with that completion percentage, 42 tutties, 4,500 yards, not much to complain about. Bijan, 1,300 yards, 17 tutties. Receiving wise, wow. Marco Smith, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts, 970, 12. Drake, 868 and 5. Duvernay, 745 and 5. And Bijan added 4 more. Defensively, Dom Fox had an amazing year. Sack-wise, Onyemata got to the quarterback 7 times. Grady, 6.5. And then just fell off from there. Leonard Williams sucks. Interceptions, Dom had 3 on top of his 137 tackles. 3 out of Jesse Bates, 2 out of AJ Terrell, 1 out of Akuda, 1 out of Richie Grant, and 1 out of DeMarco Hillams. No defensive touchdowns. All right, taking on the pack in the wild card. Are we going to take them? Come on, come on. Oh, yeah. As we win our first playoff series and we go on to face the Minnesota Vikings, who are also 10-7. All right. Are we going to take down Jettis? Can AJ Terrell lock him up? Come on, come on. Yes, sir. As we smoke them 42-23. And we will be taking on our division rival, the good old Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's see, we got a weekly award here. Who performed well? Who was it? Desmond Ridder. Wow. 314 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay. All right. I see you. All right. Now let's go take out the Buccaneers and let's make our first Super Bowl. Please. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. Take it on the Bucks in the NFC Championship. And we win 35-31 and we make our first Super Bowl. Might be the first Super Bowl I ever win in these rebuilds. Maybe, fingers crossed, as we're going to be taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm assuming we'll send one more week to the Super Bowl week. And I'm really hoping that we get some good old dev trade upgrades, view yearly awards. That's usually a good thing. That means we won something. We didn't get MVP. We didn't get Offensive Player of the Year. We didn't get Defensive Player of the Year. We didn't get Offensive Rookie. We didn't get anything. That sucks. But hey, who cares if we win a ring, right? Did we at least get some dev trade upgrades? Let's see. No. No. Not at all. Defensively, we did. Onyemata goes up to a superstar. Jesse Bates goes up to a superstar X Factor. Actually, I don't think he ever lost his. Terrell drops down to a star. Dang, that's garbage. Fox is up to a star. And Love. Okay, okay. All right, guys. Here we go. As obviously Jesse Bates, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson are our top 3. Taking on Jonathan Taylor, Quentin Nelson, and Jelani Woods. Here we go. Drum roll. Come on. We're obviously going to be doing the live sim. And hopefully we in Seahawks territory? Something like that? I don't know. Come on. Let's do it, guys. Let's roll. As the Colts score first, we answer right back. We drive down the field and we score again. They score 14-14, 17-14, 21-17, 24-21, 28-24. Oh no, as we lose 35-24. Damn. Desmond Ridder almost had 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did outperform Anthony Richardson, but in the end, we did lose the Super Bowl. So let's run it back, and hopefully in the last year, we can win it. As in free agency, Arnold wants to test free agency. Grady Jarrett is down to normal dev, so we might be able to get him. We do get Grady Jarrett back. I like that because he usually performs pretty well. We're going to let Onyemata walk. And Pierce. Yeah, we're going to let everybody else walk. Then we're also going to look at getting a new left tackle in either free agency or... Wait, hold on. Yeah, because we're going to get 12 mil back just like that by cutting 80 overall Jake Matthews. Yeah, it's still not worth it to cut him. Alright, see what we can do. To fill the 2 holes we have at linebacker, because of what we lost, we bring in Khalil Mack, who I know is old, but he's not too much of a different overall than what we lost. And Cole Holcomb to kind of hold down the middle linebacker spot or move over and play left outside. So that's not bad. And then I think we're just going to go after a left tackle in the draft. Guys, the draft was nothing crazy. We did take a defensive tackle. We took 2 defensive tackles. Both of them were normal depth trades. Both of them are 76 overall, so they're going to be instant plugs into the lineup. This guy was hidden dev. 66 overall, though. That's terrible. What kind of dev are we talking? Superstar? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. We did take another hidden dev, left outside linebacker. More or less just looking for someone to kind of back up Khalil Mack. He is star. Okay. And then the CPU drafted us this tight end, who is a hidden, but obviously we have Kyle Pitts, so that doesn't really matter. Super. Oh my God! Wow. All right. Well, I might make some trades, see if we can beef up that D line and get rolling. All in. So we're gonna pick up Kenny Clark from the pack because, you know, our linemen, our defensive ends suck. And then we're gonna go ahead and see what we could pair with Leonard Williams to get another guy. Let's see. And then we also pick up Derek Brown from the Panthers. Guys, in the final year, we had a very similar season to last year. So we finished 10-7. Take our division at least. We're in the playoffs. Desmond Ridder had an amazing year. 48 touchdowns, 4,300 yards, okay? 1,609 out of Bijan, 1,100 out of Pitts, 1,000 out of Marco Smith, and 16 tutties. Oh my gosh. So offensively, we're rolling. Defensively, okay, a little bit better. Would have liked to see more out of Kenny. Wow. Terrible. Terrible, Kenny. Terrible. Plus having that second best offense in the league. And defensively, I mean, we improved a little bit. Nothing crazy. Wow. Ridder still didn't take MVP. That's crazy. Bijan comes close in Offensive Player of the Year. But that is not what matters. What matters is that we take down the gritty man himself yet again. And we don't. Wow. Well, guys. This team right here couldn't even win a Super Bowl. I tried. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I know it was another fail, but I promise, the more that I do this, the better I'll get. But we're building quite a squad. We at least made the Super Bowl this time. Next time, I guarantee we'll win it.